So the roadworkers are going to be there for quite some time, so I'll charge the battery up. I've actually got two batteries. I'll put the new battery in, but I'm just experimenting with recording while I'm charging up the battery to see if that's going to work or not as I head back towards Newcastle Airport. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to charge the battery up in between trains, because sometimes there's like half hour or more between trains. I want to wait here for a couple more trains, then we'll head out via the roadwork site, and then we'll head to Newcastle Airport. So there was no indication that time why the camera decided to shut down. Normally it says, oh, your battery is overheated, so we've shut down as a precaution. I am severely hoping that all those times where the camera did shut down, that it stopped recording first and then. So I am back at the level crossing now. I have inserted a video of the train that I was waiting for, the XPT that runs between Sydney and Casino, that passed by, and in that shot was the sign that the council workers replaced. It's basically the same format as the last sign, except it's newer, and they've put new poles in. So I ended up coming back to the level crossing and parking around the corner, which is another spot that I don't mind parking in while I'm waiting for the trains, and I can see the level crossing from here, and I can see when the lights go on. It's very windy outside, so that's why I'm staying in the car in between trains. So the guys actually came up to me saying that I was back here, and they said, oh, if you want to park your car back where we parked our truck, you can if you want. They actually thought that I was here with the road workers and the traffic controller that was here as well, but no, I'm not here for that. I said I'm just here to watch trains go by. And so they've departed. The new sign is up, and it's ironic because the name of this street that I'm actually on now, Oakhampton Station Road, there hasn't been a station in Oakhampton for many, many years, so it doesn't actually lead to a station at all, which is quite ironic. But it must have been time for the sign to be replaced. I've seen signs up that are in way worse condition than that haven't been replaced. So it was just ironic that out of all the times to be here, I've been here when the sign needed to be replaced right there and right then, and right where I'd parked my car. So speaking of things that are ironic, a little bit earlier you saw me approaching the roadwork area, and I was just getting to the roadwork area, and I discovered that the battery was just about to die, so it stopped the recording. Okay, we're back. This time the camera stopped. This time the camera stopped because it got hot. Who knew that a camera would get hot? Now, it got hot because I've got it on my dash where the sun comes in. it was charging at the same time. But who knew that cameras get hot? Alrighty, to the surprise of certainly not me today, because it's one of those days. My camera shut down again because it got too hot. What are we on now? I think we're on 58% battery, something like that. But it only has to get me to the airport, and then I'll change batteries for the full size one. Anywho, we are 2 kilometres away from Raymond Terrace, 28 kilometres from Newcastle. Starting to hear planes and fighter jets, etc. As we're getting close to the airport. There's a lot of property around about here, but having said that, developments would be limited because of the proximity to the airport and the defence establishment, the RAAF base, Royal Australian Air Force. Now that's a site that needs replacing rather than the one at Oakhampton. Alright, we are getting close to the airport now. Turn left 400 metres. Oh, big gust of wind there. Been a while since I've been out here.
In 200 metres, at the roundabout, take the 4th exit and stay on Williamtown Drive.
I'm just going to do a drive-by of the actual airport first. Because Google is telling me that I need to be going in a different direction. It's the first time in a long time I've come to an airport just to see the airport rather than I'm going somewhere.
Head north on Williamtown Drive towards Kindler Way. Continue on Williamtown Drive for 1 kilometre.
So the new terminal and the new international terminal will be opening here sometime in October, I think. And direct flights to Perth start in September. Going to do a loop around here and then we will head to Fighter World. So this is the new terminal on the right hand side. So they've made a massive improvement to their I was going to say their passenger information, their wayfinding. There's a new car park to the right of us that's got solar panels on the roof. Oh, that's where the pet transit lounge is, okay. If I wanted to go somewhere for a few days and drop Bear off there on the way and pick him up. So this is one of our... Is he going? Nope, I'll take that as a no. One of our local buses that you can take to get to the airport. This is the older section of the airport. They would have done inside this terminal up as well. It's not a bad terminal to fly out of. It's not.
In 200 metres, turn left to stay on Williamtown Drive.
Oh, I haven't seen this bit. It's nowhere near as big as Sydney Airport or Brisbane or even Adelaide Airport, for instance, but it's a massive step up for Newcastle.
Head southeast towards Williamtown Drive. Turn right onto Williamtown Drive, then turn left to stay on Williamtown Drive. Turn left to stay on Williamtown Drive. In 400 metres, at the roundabout, take the second exit and stay on Williamtown Drive.
Well, I haven't seen any signs yet for Fighter World. I've got both the windows down now, so for the extra ambience of the planes. I think from memory, Fighter World's a bit further up Nelson Bay Road. There's a Mercure Hotel, so if you're staying, so if you just want somewhere close to the airport, you can stay there on the left.
Exit the roundabout onto Williamtown Drive, then turn left onto Nelson Bay Road.
Nelson Bay Road, righty-o.
Turn left onto Nelson Bay Road, B63. In 600 metres, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Madawi Road.
Madawi Road, that was the road I was looking for. Fighter World open! Oh, it's telling me to go this way because of the roadwork. So for the moment I can go this way to go to Fighter World, but that's about it.
Exit the roundabout onto Madawi Road, then turn left.
So this is basically the end of the runway, so there's a few people parked here already. Please do not park between yellow signs. Okay. So if I park where there, oh, there's Fighter World. Okay, it's on the left hand side. So you can park here, park there.
Turn left, then you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
I have arrived, finally. And we are here at Fighter World. RAAF Williamtown Aviation Heritage Centre. Alright, it's 1:30. We've finally arrived. Time to recharge the battery, change the battery, and let's go to Fighter World! Woo! Fighter World!
I was fast class. When I was student, I had 132 right behind.
The F-111 is one of the most controversial aircraft that has ever flown, but it's also one of the longest serving and most successful aircraft in the Australian Defence Force fleet. As the life of this jet draws to a close in the Royal Australian Air Force, this is the story of one of the icons of this.
From the beginning, F-111's history was tortured and controversial, both politically and technically. In the end, it has proven to be a great success. It was the first of many controversies, usually resulting in delays in delivery and enormous cost blowouts. In fact, from the outset, the F-111 received more bad press, increasing costs of over $200 million for the initial effort, many design and technology challenges, and a delay of more than 5 years in the actual delivery of the first jet. The F-111 exercises, including five-power defence agreement exercises in Malaysia and Singapore, Cope Thunder in the Philippines, many red flag exercises in the United States.
fighter jets come in. It's a virtual plane going to take off soon to Melbourne. It's a great spot. Well, I've had a very interesting hour or so in at Fighter World. Hope you enjoyed all the footage that I was able to capture from in there. Oh, how strong is this wind? Can't wait to get out of the wind and actually find out how, I won't call it a breeze, certainly blowing a gale at the moment, but I highly recommend if you're into aviation and you're passing the Newcastle Williamtown area and you're into your fighter jets, come in and have a look. Well, that was a great experience in at Fighter World. I certainly could have done without the wind. Having a look at the weather information at the moment from the Bureau of Meteorology. 19.4 degrees Celsius, feels like 9.6. Wind from the west-northwest at 44 kilometres an hour, gusting up to 56 kilometres an hour. So yes, very, very strong winds indeed. So 20 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 20 degrees Fahrenheit is 20 degrees Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And if we change that to the feels like temperature of 9 degrees C, 48.2. So there you go, certainly a lot of wind, and it's really the wind that's causing that feels like temperature at the moment, rather than the actual, it's actually a sunny day, it's just that the wind is really causing that and being that little bit elevated. It was a great view from where we were, the observation deck from upstairs. Was a great view. Obviously a little bit better if you've got something other than an iPhone. I'll leave a link in the show notes and in the episode description, but there's a really good Facebook page called Williamtown Plane Spotting, and the guy who runs that and takes the photos and the video there, oh mate, this guy's got some mega equipment. He's a fantastic photographer, videographer, and what he manages to capture out of here, when I go home, I'm going to have a look on Facebook and I'm going to see if he was here and see if he managed to spot the planes that I spotted, and I'll compare my images to his, and there will be no comparison because obviously if you're shooting with a professional DSLR with L-series Canon lenses, etc., compared to some stooge with a iPhone 16, there's no comparison. So I've been out and about nearly 8 hours by the time I get home. I've got a new battery in the camera, so hopefully